Hey guys, Bree here from Shawl Crochet. So I've got a life update for you. I have an unboxing and what's the future look like for Shawl Crochet. So stay tuned and we'll get into it. The first thing I want to get into is a quick life update. If you've been following me for a little while, you know my grandma's been sick. She had cancer. We thought she had beat cancer. Apparently she hadn't. And she was put in hospice care and she passed away in September. So life kind of went awry for me and kind of lost my crojo for a little bit. So I really haven't made a whole lot and I haven't done a whole lot of crocheting. But November rolled around and I'm back in my crojo. I've had time, to grieve and to kind of deal with everything. And so I thought I would share with you what I'm up to now and what I'm thinking about for the future. So, for one, before my grandma passed, she gave me this big box. It's got a bunch of yarn and I guess some stuffing. I haven't looked through it yet. At the time, I was a bit overwhelmed because she was giving all her things away, knowing that, her life is coming to an end. So I thought maybe today I could open that with you and show you what she gave me. And then I thought I'll go ahead and get into what I have made and tell you about the upcoming Stitchmas. So, quick thing, let's start with the unboxing. So this is a good size box. Oh, let me reach over here. I don't know how well you can see that. It's pretty good size. I mean, you should hold 45 rolls of toilet paper. So that's pretty good size, right? All right. So, she gave me a big bag of stuffing. So maybe there's some amigurumis in my future. And let's see. I'm gonna set this box actually off to the side, and I'll pull out little by little what's in here. So, big fan of Save a Lot apparently. We've got some green yarn. Oh, a knitted piece. I'm not sure what that is. Ooh, maybe a fingerless glove. So I know that she offered me, oh yeah, I bet you that's exactly what it is. I'll have to see if there's a second one in here. If not, I'm in trouble since I don't knit. I know that she was planning on, looks like she'd start another one. See, if I knew how to knit, I would finish these things. Maybe I'll have to check with my cousin. I've got a cousin who knits. She was able to learn. Unfortunately, as we know, I'm unteachable. So maybe and here's the yarn that would go with it. So maybe I could give those back to her. So my grandma, I asked her at the time, I said, are you sure you want to give me all this? Because I knew that my cousin, she knits. So I thought maybe she would want it. But apparently she said my cousin's picky. So we got some cotton yarn. Ooh, this is a nice orange yarn here. There's just odds and ends of stuff. Oh wow, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Knitting worsted yarn by Good Value. Pull skein ready to use in watermelon. And it says permanently moth proofed. Well, see if I can hold that up so you can see it. And permanently moth proofed. Now I've never seen that on a yarn skein before. That's a new one for me. And then it looks like there's a couple other little odds and ends. Things. Oh, look at these stitch markers. I don't think I've ever seen any like that. Let me pull one out here. I was just telling my husband that I could use some new locking stitch markers. Yeah, these are different than the ones I normally would use. They're a little bit like sharper looking, but they seem to hold. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they're kind of a little weak compared to the clover ones that I usually use. I don't know which ones you prefer, but for me, I like the clover locking ones, like the big jumbos, because I mean, personally, they work for everything for me. All right, so I'm gonna put these away, and then I'll grab the next bag. So I'll be right back. Oh golly. Okay, so back with a big giant one. All right, I'm not gonna make you sit here and look through all of them, but what I will tell you is this is a huge bag, and my current project I'd like to work on is a nativity scene. So last year, if you've been following me that long, the Hobby Lobby put out a Stitchmas box, and in that box there was a cute little nativity scene that I wanted to do last year, but I just honestly didn't have the time. So what I'm thinking is maybe some of this yarn that I got from my grandma, it'd be a nice way to incorporate it into something that I'm going to be displaying at Christmas time. So I'm hoping, because she and I have different taste in yarns, I mean, she does have some bright colors, but a lot of hers are a little more, she has a lot more muted kind of colors, which I think are going to work better with what I've done for the nativity scene. So I'm not going to bore you with looking through all that. So I'm going to put that away, and we'll move on to the next thing of the things I've actually made in the past couple of months during all the craziness. All right, so I accomplished like 2 major projects and a couple small things. So here are the 2 small things that I was able to accomplish. Now, I've been seeing people put these over the bar on the front of their stove and then putting like their dish towel through it because it holds the dish towel so it doesn't fall off as easy, it doesn't slip. And the nice thing is you can like open these up a little bit so you maintain more material in the middle so you have less likely to have slippage. So I made a couple of these, one for myself, one a gift for somebody else, and I got these rings. They were at Hobby Lobby. I think they were under $4. Then they had I had some kind of discount, and so they weren't very much. And I just used some cotton I was given very generously by the person my mom nannies for. Her mother was getting rid of a bunch of cotton yarn. So being cotton too, they should wear well, they should last a long time, and they'll be easy to clean. So if you know anything about me, I love to go thrift shopping for craft supplies, yarn, gadgets, things I've never heard of. And so when I saw this yarn, which like I'm normally like a worsted weight 4, you know, kind of gal, but I saw this and this was a lighter weight, and I was like, I really like that. And I could see myself wearing this in the summertime. So let me try and hold it up so you can see. I mean, it came out really big. So I used a pattern that I saw on YouTube. It was by Bag a Day Crochet, and I love this. I think it's beautiful, and it's got a nice softness to it. I couldn't believe that somebody had donated this to the thrift store. I couldn't believe that somebody donated the yarn, I should say, to the thrift store. It's beautiful. And, I mean, I like something that's going to hang a little longer. Perfect. Perfection. Chef kisses. I love this. So, I'm going to I will put a link down in the description in case you're interested in this pattern by Bag a Day Crochet, in case you want to make your own. Highly recommend this. And the yarn I would highly recommend too, if I could remember what it was. But this was one of my big projects. This I made because at the time I kind of lost my Crojo, and like it was just an easy repeating pattern of stitches. Like it wasn't anything I had to really put a lot of brain power into, and I needed something just to keep my hands busy while I kind of was going through the process. So highly recommend this. In the description there'll be more about this. And okay, if you know anything about me, I love the Turkey Trot with Marley Bird. My favorite event of the entire year. Like, I swear to goodness, as soon as like September hits and you get to Labor Day, I'm like constantly checking. I'm like, when's it gonna start? When's it gonna start? When am I getting the information? My favorite event. I'm so passionate about it. I've done it all 5 years that I've known about it, which I think actually is from the very beginning. So I'm the OG. But anyways, so this year was a sweater, and I just finished this. The Turkey Trot just ended, but you can always still get the pattern. I thought this was so beautiful. Now, I did not use the yarn that was recommended because I honestly goodness, I couldn't find it. But this is just so cozy. I'm actually gonna end up having to put a picture in right there to show you like the full effect of how cute this really is. I love this. Highly recommend anything Marley Bird touches, I feel like, because everything is perfection. And I'm filming this, it's December 1st, so today is the first day of the 24 days of Quickies, where she does kind of a unique blog hop, and she gives away some of her own patterns too. So if you don't know who Marley Bird is, you need to check her out. She is amazing. It kind of gives you an idea of what I've been up to and kind of getting my Crojo back and getting back into it. I have my Stitchmas coming up. I'm going to be posting 12 videos for the 12 days leading up to Christmas. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to have short videos over on TikTok, and I'll have some YouTube shorts coming out, and I'll have some full-length videos. So I am looking forward to sharing my holiday season. I mean, this year, if you've watched my previous videos, this has been a big year for my husband and I. Like, we moved super far away from the farm where we were living, and we're living in a totally different place. And so, like, Christmas is going to look different this year. We're going to be starting some new traditions, and life is going to be very different this year at Christmas. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. I'm hoping to share my nativity scene when I get done. I'm hoping to share going to get a Christmas tree. I'm hoping to share, like, Christmas ornaments and all the other Christmas festivities that will be happening in our city. So make sure you stay tuned for that. More details definitely to come. But I kind of just wanted to give you like a quick catch up of this is what's going on in life. This is where I've come from. This is where we're going, and the middle stuff. Please stay tuned if you're interested in Stitchmas. If you are participating in Stitchmas or Vlogmas or whatever you want to call this time of year, whatever your thing is, if you go ahead and let me know in the comments, then I would love to come check yours out, because I love sharing what I'm got going on. I'd love to see what you've got going on too. If you've got stuff going on, maybe you're posting videos on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, let me know so I can check your stuff out too. Until next time, take care.